Hi, everybody. It's Mary Ellen, and I thank you for coming to create with me today. I'm here in the Creativity Nest for another episode of Teach Me Tuesday, and I'm here to help you make your stamping just a little bit better. I like to give tips and tricks on how to maybe improve your stamping, or maybe how not to make the same mistake that I've made and to do it better. I had a card this week that we did in class, and I noticed that people were really struggling with it, and we were doing some masking, and there were some issues that people were having. Um, I wanted to come to you today and show you some tips on using a mask. So there are a few things that I can help you with on using a mask, and maybe some ways to use it that you're not thinking of. And then if you have issues, maybe ways to cover up those issues. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to take you down to my desk. All right. And so this is a card that we made in class. And it is one that was, it is called, I have the stamp set here, or at least I thought I had it on my desk. Hold on. Oh, yeah, here. It's right here. Right here. It's called After the Storm. This stamp set was designed by one of the $1 million sellers of Stampin' Up! Product, and her name is French Martin. She goes by Frenchie. And she designed this stamp set. I thought it was a fabulous stamp set. It's kind of a sleeper stamp set. I think that some people really aren't sure how to use it. But I mean, look how cute it is and how appropriate it is for our time. So it says, a little sunshine for your day, just because. And then it says, even the darkest night will pass and the sun will rise. I mean, how many people need to hear that right now, right? We all do, right? You have been on my mind. So it's a great one to send to someone who you've been thinking about, or you just want to share a little sunshine. So when we made this card, we had to do some masking, okay? And you're going to say, well, I don't really see where the masking is. So let me show you. I'm just going to go ahead and get started with my stamping. These are the pieces that you need to recreate this card if you want to do that. So you're going to need a piece of basic gray that is 8.5 by 5.5. You'll need 2 pieces of basic white cardstock, and these are 5.25 by 4. And then you need a piece that is 4 inches that is die cut with the borders die, and I use this fun cloud border, which I absolutely love. And then you'll need a mask, okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to start with the stamp that's not actually in the stamp. So this is in the watercolor shapes, and this is a circle, but you might have a circle in your supply somewhere. I'm gonna grab, since I'm not working on my sponge, my paper piercing mat. I've got one right here. So don't mind my desk. It's a total mess because I've been working on a lot of things. You can see it in my newsfeed on Facebook that today's production day. So I like to use a paper piercing mat when I'm using the photopolymer because there is no foam on this. So I need something. So I'm going to use Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to ink up this watercolor circle really well in Daffodil Delight. Now, if you notice on this card, my sun is down about on the lower half. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat that. I'm going to put my sun right down here. And having the mat, I can see that I've got it all inked. That's the way it is. There is a little hiccup in it, but that's the way the stamp is meant to be because it's a watercolor, right? Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. So now you're going to need to do some masking. So there's some different things that you can do. If you use cardstock, which is what we used right here, you can just mask it on there, and you'll see that that's slightly smaller, and that's okay. That's what you want, because that will allow the rays to go out and have less of a hiccup here. Now, you can also use a Post-it note, which is thin, or copy paper, which I highly recommend because they're nice and thin. This cardstock will cause more of a hiccup. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to actually pull your mask down to expose some of your stamped area. And then we're going to ink up the rays, and these are the rays right here. We're going to ink that up with So Saffron. So in my card, it almost looks like it's the same, but we want those rays to be just slightly lighter in color. So we're going to use So Saffron. And the trick to this card is to stamp your first rays straight from the bottom straight up. Now, I put mine so you could see some white. I'm going to show you a little different way, and I'm going to go all the way off my card. Okay, so I'm going to do my first stamp here. All right. Then I'm going to bring each one in to the side. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. So people were struggling a little bit with getting it straight. And if you wanted, you could do that. I'm not going to do that. But see what happened here? So now it is right on the edge. Had I put that all the way up here, I would have had a little white border. Don't worry, we could fix that. If that happens to you and you get that little white border, don't forget, we have some fabulous, fabulous tools for that. We've got Stampin' Right markers and we've got blends. And you could take your Stampin' Right marker and you can just come in and give it a little color right there. So that's going to solve that problem. That's going to make it so that it's touching the sun right there. So now we're going to stamp, and I don't need my mat anymore because I'm stamping with regular red rubber. And I'm going to stamp the words, "A little sunshine for your day," right here on my border piece. And then while I have it out, I'm going to put on the inside, "Just because," but actually "You have been on my mind" would be a good one too. So I'm going to stamp the words "just because." You could add the cloud. If you wanted to add the cloud, you could do that, but I would probably stamp it off. I'm going to stamp it off here off camera. And just add it really lightly right here. So there's a little cloud on my inside. And then we can put our card together. And I want to show you how quick this comes together. So we're going to use our bone folder. We're going to adhere the inside. But if you needed to make a card just to share some sunshine, we had a little bit of a gloomy day yesterday, then this is a perfect, fun, and easy way with just a little bit of masking. And hopefully I gave you some tips that you can use in the future as you're doing your cards and you run into that. You could say, "Oh, wait, what did ME tell me?" So now I'm going to pop up the border with some dimensionals. And I like to do the old 5-spot domino. That's like my classic way. And then I'm just going to, I'm just going to add this right down here. So I've got just a little bit of the sun peeking out. Here I've got just a little bit more. And then to finish this off, I took a little Wink of Stella and I just Wink of Stella'd, some of the thinner, every other. I didn't do every ray. I just kind of did every other ray. So that when you, I kind of did these ones that aren't super colored. So then when you see it in the light, I think you can see it. I'm just going to, you get that little bit of a sparkle. And then I'm going to finish it up. Do I have a, no, I'm going to use, gosh, I have a pencil. I'm going to use these tweezers. I think this will work. I'm just going to use my fingers. I'm going to add a couple of rhinestones. Usually I have my take your pick tool here, but I don't have it here. And then I like to do it in threes. You know I like to do it in threes. So I add 3 little rhinestones right here around my words. And there's my card. So I'm brightening someone day, a little sunshine for your day. But I really love this font. It's kind of a mixed font. It's got a nice little script and then this hash mark words in it. So, and then just because is the same. So there's my card for today. I'm going to take you back to my desk and post up my shopping cart. There's my to my website. There is clearance rack items have been added, and we've got some new kits, some Christmas tag kits, and lots of fun things on there. So go ahead and take a look and use that host code. Remember, if you use the host code at the end of October, I'll be emailing you tutorial in your email, full tutorial in your email for you to use in your stamping. So I really appreciate you. I appreciate you coming to watch Teach Me Tuesday. Hopefully you learned something today, and you will be able to use it in your stamping to make your stamping that much better. So have a great day. Thank you again, and I will see you soon. Bye, everybody.